Hello everyone, welcome to One by One, a podcast where we uncover the stories, strategies, and secrets behind extraordinary success. I'm your podcast host, Robert Murigi, and we'll be building each other from the ground up. Subscribe now and never miss an episode from us. And when we go to the next episode in our season 1, we are going to uncover more of the things which are sitting on our way and which are sitting in that gap between success and where we are today. We are going to yet bring another proverb, and the proverb says, oil is cheaper than metal. We know these two things, they are two very different commodities and they do different jobs and they're there to serve different purposes in all our endeavors. When we talk about oil, what does the oil do? It lubricates, and the quality of that oil makes all the difference between how successful that work is going to happen. When we talk about this, we are talking about the metal here as well. The metal is coming like a structure. It's like a construction of what we have. When we talk about this kind of a proverb, what comes in your mind? You see, at a glance, it may seem as if we are talking about economics. But what is this economics we are talking about? We're talking about how you allocate your resources. How do you allocate your resources? Oil and metal, all of them, they are important. Okay? They are good commodities which helps us to accomplish the things that we do each and every day. But they both serve different purposes and they have different costs. Okay? When you have a problem with your oil system, how much does it cost you to repair it? When you have a problem with your machine side of things, the foundation of your life, okay, yeah, the things you do each and every day, it might be likened to the oil that you put to your car each and every day. The foundation that you have, it may be likened to the metal. That these two things, they are both and they are equivalently important. They serve different purposes. Some of them, they serve short-term purposes. Others, they may serve long-term purposes. It depends on the context that they will be in for them to be able to serve the purpose which is adjoined to them. Durability and strength of any option can determine how beautifully that thing is going to come at the end. But what is the oil going to represent here? Oil is representing flexibility, and that's what we're talking about, and adaptability. What are the things that you're doing each and every day to be able to adapt to the life you live each and every day in a nice way? How are you flexible to bend to the changes that happens with your work, that the changes that happens with your health, the changes that happens with your spouse or you with your marriage? How well do you normally navigate and come out of that situation so that you do not get hurt, but to be safe so that you are able to continue with your life? Having a small hiccup in life does not mean that that is the end of your life. You can have a hiccup and you can wake up and continue with the journey, and you take your lessons and you move forward and you get to learn more better things at the end there. Therefore, on the life we are living today, the world is moving in a very fast pace. Everything is quick right now. What are we going to do about this life? We have to be flexible and we have to be very adaptive. And that is why I said that we could equate oil with the things that we do each and every day. You are born, you are placed in this world. We can say that is the metal. and that metal can be recycled and be reused again. The metal, that's why we say if you came from the soil and you go back to the soil. It is as simple as that. Why? Because you get recycled and you build someone else in the future. Therefore, when we talk about this, we are talking about the adaptability. We are talking about the quality of the oil we are using each and every day. What are the things that we are filling ourselves with? What are the things that we are doing each and every day which are moving us away further and further from realizing ourselves? We have been there, we want to become the best of ourselves, but how can we well do that? We can only do that by first of all realizing ourselves. The moment you know who you are, the moment you know whom you represent, the moment you know the value you have and which is placed on top of you, that is the time that you'll be able to start knowing that in this life, everything becomes important, and everything you open your mouth to say, everything you mount, everything you advise someone. If you advise someone to help themselves and they help themselves, they might help themselves and go help more people. If you say something bad to someone, if you are racist to someone, if you look at someone in a bad eye for no reason, either because of any reason, then it means that there is something that you're planting in someone else's mind. You are planting a seed in someone else's mind who is watching you, because they will do it and then that person will also do to someone else, and this one becomes contagious. And while you do it right, it also becomes contagious and everyone is happy each and every day. In this world, we are all on a journey. We are all metals and we have our fuel which we can equate with the oil we are talking about today. Make sure you use the machines that you have so that you don't burn the oil that you have, the only oil you have to take you to the future, the education you have to take you to the future, the mannerism you have to take you to the future. Therefore, when we talk about how you grow and you form and you become now a person who is relied upon each and every day to go to work and make some money and come and pay rent and come and pay bills and then be left with nothing to spend or to do anything else with. This, we equip this with the metals that are not strong enough. We would want to become the best metals because the metal that we are is representing the strength and reliability and also rigidity. When it comes to the things that which are moving you away from the truth that you are supposed to stick to in your life. And there before, we have talked about safety. Each and every small thing you do, whether you're doing it at work, whether you're doing it at home, whether you're doing it wherever you are, it's always good to make sure you are safe. If anything happens to you by bad luck, that will say that God knows about it. If something happens because you did not pay attention of something that you could have taken care of, it means that you are destroying the foundation, you are destroying the construction, you are destroying the framework which we equate to the metal. And when you do something like that to yourself, you also risk burning the oil which you are using each and every day. That work you go each and every day, you want to become the best. You want to learn how to adapt to it and work seamlessly without any stress. When you are driving off to go home or go anywhere, go at the right speed and get home safely. Why? Because you'll be able to make sure that everyone else who is using the road is also getting home safely. It is all about loving each other and looking into eyes of everyone so that we can move ahead and move to the best of our life which is of coming. And this discussion is also bringing us to a very critical perspective, and this is around resource management. If any business is trying to cut costs, they want to reduce some of the things that are happening each and every day, which is the fuel. This would also bring us to a very critical perspective around resource management. To improve the quality of life that we live each and every day, we are going to preserve the metal, which is the main life which is our body, which we are carrying each and every day. The thoughts that you are carrying each and every day, are they serving you? Are they helping you to become a better person each and every day? What are we doing? We want to look for the best quality of oil. Why? Because this is going to bring efficiency, and it is also going to help us to reduce the cost of repairs, because definitely the equipment will not break down if you use the right amount of oil. Why? Because the lubrication will be good and there will be no wear and tear. There will be, even it will be wear, it will not be excessive wear. It will not be a wear that cannot be contained. Therefore, we know that we can reduce expenses in the short term by improving efficiency, and this will help us to leverage on the resources that we have wisely. We also know that sometimes cheap is not always the best, and it may not always serve us, it may not always serve the purpose that we have each and every day. It might help us to solve the short-term problems, but it may not be able, but as it accumulates, it might amount to a big problem that we may not be able to cope up with in the future. Therefore, we might see sometimes we are trying to save and we are trying to look for cheap resources, but I'll tell you this: when you look for cheap resources, there is always a hidden cost in it, and this comes with the workmanship, which is normally delivered from that, and also the things like environmental concerns, which comes with that. When you work with the people that are not fully incorporated in the systems and knowing the things are supposed to be done, this would cause reduction in your efficiency, and the cost might go high at the end of the time. What are the things which needs a lot of sacrifice? The things that you sacrifice, that thing that you sacrifice, you don't sleep, you wake up early, you are thinking, you are planned, you are doing everything. That thing that you're doing each and every day, that thing that you're sacrificing, that thing that you'll never sleep because you want to see the end of it, that one thing will make you succeed. All the things that you do each and every day, and they look cheap and they look okay, they might be cheap today, but in the long run, you'll have to pay the cumulative damage of the things that you have done in small amounts at the end of the day. And when we talk about this, we are also looking into the things and the way we do our relationships, the way we do our finances, the way we go about our careers. How do we do all these things? How do we carry ourselves each and every day so that we know and how we can actually measure how best we are becoming? By the way you see yourself carrying yourself each and every day, it would say very well of the person you become in the future. Therefore, this is the oil that we are talking about. We want you to use the best oil each and every day. We want you to use the best courteous language when you're talking to the people who are feeding you each and every day, so that you become the best version of yourself in the future. When we talk about the oils which have been gotten from the fossils, these are the oils which they might be doing more harm than the benefits that it's bringing. So what we are talking about, the things that you are doing each and every day which are harming you rather than helping you, cumulatively you might have to pay dearly for those things that you ignore each and every day. Therefore, we are recognizing the long-term impact on the choices that we make each and every day. And these will serving as a reminder to think beyond the cost saving. If you are only doing each and everything each and every day to save cost, you are eating the wrong thing each and every day so that you can save money, you are living a bad life each and every day so that you can get more and more money, that you might be doing the right thing, but that right thing, you may not have time to use that right thing. So the right thing becomes today, and that is what we are talking about. The oil you use each and every day, you equate the oil you use each and every day to the life you are becoming in the future. Let us not just look at how much something costs, but let us see how well can that thing serve us. How sustainable can that thing be? If you have a behavior that you have, how well can you sustain that behavior before it becomes a problem to you? If there is that thing you're addicted to, what could you do if you didn't have that? All these things, you think about them and they become very, very important. There is no small decisions in this life. They all play a role, and they all play an important role in making the person you are today. Therefore, when we are looking for solutions, let us not look for temporary fix of the problems that we have each and every day. We do not want to look for simple fix to the problems we have so that we can go through the day. We want to look for permanent solutions to the problems which could affect us today, tomorrow, and in the future. As we continue growing and becoming what we want, let us think about the things that we want to do carefully in each and every day so that we can plan them properly, and we can think before we talk, we can think before we act, and we can think before we do anything in our life so that we do not pay the consequences dearly in the future. The world which is changing so rapidly, and you guys, you have seen and you are witnesses of the things that have happened between 2020 and the time we are today. I will tell you what have happened to me one day here on the Saturday special. I will come here and explain to you how things can change so quick. And if you could see, if you knew what could happen that time, you could have organized yourself. And what could we do so that we can stay ahead of the curve and always stay informed and do the things that are going to help us to become and to reserve the energy to use during the hard times. And therefore, the question for us today is there a place that we are looking for short-term gains over the long-term benefits? If there is a place that you're doing that, know that I'm talking to you today. It is a time for you to think and to rethink of the things that you'd want to do in the future so that you can become the best version of yourself. What is that one thing that you're choosing over long-term benefit of today's gains? If there is something like that, it is high time that we start rebuilding, because we want to become the best version of ourselves. And whether you are an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned professional, or simply someone looking for inspiration, one by one we will equip you with the tools and insights you need to lay the foundation for your own success story. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. Your feedback helps us to grow and bring you even more inspiring stories. Thank you for listening, for building from the ground up. Remember, every great accomplishment starts with a single step. What will you build today? Until next time, keep building, keep striving, and keep reaching for your dreams.